And we're back with Pillars of Eternity. Let me bring that down a little. All right, we have a fight to do. And well, first,
Keeping an eye out.
let's loop.
Sure.
Loop, loop, loop. All right. Scroll of Insect Swarm. Ooh, Drywood 5. Something we already have. We need 3. But it's something. We don't know who this for, so I'm taking it.
Hello?
Ooh.
Hello?
Ergo Bar. Part 1. Early contact. Let's make sure we don't have it first. I don't think we do. Okay. The history of Eric Glenfad. Okay, the history of Eric Glenfad before it was discovered by Adarian explorers is poorly documented, and oral accounts often conflict. Some tell stories of an advanced civilization that left, taking all of its knowledge with it, leaving ruins of their civilization behind. Others say that the Glenfathians themselves developed such power and technology that they all but destroyed themselves, and that is why they will not allow anyone into the ruins of their land. Oh, that's cool. Either way, reliable information about the area of Eriglyphat doesn't begin until Adarian explorers discovered it in 2602 AI. Alright, 200 years ago. The Glenfathans were not used to encounters with outsiders before and viewed the intrusion of their land as something of a test. The ruins that covered their land were considered sacred, and these strangers, despite warnings, plundered them, taking artifacts. Glenfathans that resisted were captured and forced into slavery, becoming property of the new colonists. Their people, heritage, and land at stake. The Glenfathans struck back, hoping to drive them out of their lands permanently. Despite their best efforts, more Adarian invaders appeared. By 2623 AI, the Adarians had established towns, pushing the Glenfathans out of some areas and enslaving any who refused to leave. Oh, wow. That's not even 21. That's 21 years, just a 21 years difference. They tried to live in peace, keeping an eye on the Adherents, and with the exception of a few isolated incidents, it seemed to work. This tentative peace came to a bloody end in 2626 AI. So 3 years after they tried the peaceful route, a group of farmers clearing a potential crop field in the middle of an area dotted with many sacred ruins knocked down one of the ancient menhirs. Whether this was intentional or accidental is not known, but this incident started what came to be known as the Broken Stone War. Oh, wow. From someone trying to, maybe trying to clear a crop. It was short, lasting less than a year, but it was bloody and brutal. Several thousand Adarian colonists died, as well as hundreds of Glenfathans. Though the war ended, the attack on the Adherents didn't stop. An Arlen named Reg was chosen as Gavin of the Glenfathians. He vowed to make every outsider pay for the injustices done to his people's land. He organized the Glenfathan Fangs and orchestrated a series of attacks over the course of the next 2 years. It seemed Reg's tactics would eventually work and drive the Adherents from Eric Glenfath, but then they started fighting back. They became far more organized and their tactics less predictable. Fewer and fewer of Reg's attacks succeeded. Fewer and fewer of Regis' attacks succeeded. He discovered a new gruff. Adarand Hedred had been appointed, someone whose tactics and battle savvy were more evenly meshed with his. We read about them. Eventually, both leaders came to a stalemate, neither able to gain the upper hand on the other. As a result of the stalemate, the hostilities between the two groups dwindled as there were never a significant result for either side. This led to treaties developed and signed by both to eliminate the violence and tensions. Reshid stepped down as Galvin and returned to his life. Hadrid set a decree. Looting the ruins of Ergonfet is an arrestable offense. As a sign of goodwill, Hadred also tried to outlaw slavery, but this act was struck down by the other earls, of course it was. And I'm going to eventually remember how to pronounce that. Where is it? And we read about you. He's. Oh, I'm so interested in who you are. It's not it. Um, I don't even know if the pronunciation of that is here. It's fine. It's fine. I feel like we did this one. Oh, wait, that's custom. That's fine. Struck down by the earls and the Furkanjan of Adir. Because of them, some incidents of rural violence still cropped up. Hadrian's treaties resulted in 20 years of relative peace for the Gaflathans, still wary and distrustful of the Adirans, but willing to accept their presence if they had to. Okay. We're getting a lot about the Stone War. Insect swarm. Alright, you need more slots. You need more slots. You need more slots. You're fine. You're probably fine as well. Okay, let's save. Weren't there enemies here? It appears as though someone rummaged through this uneven row of books in a hurry. The jars are chipped and cracked as if knocked to the ground and set back in place. Oh man, I think that's what I needed. Oh wait, is that the one we have already? Customs. It is. Ugh. Save. I think maybe is it because we rummaged? Oh. Oh, are you dead, my guy? A man lies bound and bloodied on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises. and blood is spattered across several corners of the room. The man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please, no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. The man pauses, gazes up at you. You're not one? Oh, praise Barath. You're not one of his men, are you? He glances nervously behind you. He shakes his head. Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Pernisk. This is my house. You have to help me. Then who was that downstairs? An imposter, some wizard named Nyrid. He came into my house, tied me up and tied me up in here, tortured me. And now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, setting Svev inside my own house. He blinks. Whatever you're holding back, uh, and he just turned up all of a sudden. He looks away, unable to meet your gaze. I may have hung onto a tiny portion of my supplier's shares, but I needed that money. So you're a dealer. He winces. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happened, but it pays well, very, very well. And well, people want the stuff, don't they? Was it worth all this, losing Keenera? He grimaces. I have to. I'm sorry. I don't have any other trade, nothing that's going to support us. Someday I'll get out of this business when we don't need it anymore. And what would your suppliers do? He sent over the wizard Nyrit, the man downstairs. He shudders. To make up the lost copper, I guess, and it hurt me while he was at it. It feels like it's been days. He's already been taken care of. He stares at you. I can't believe this nightmare is finally over. He grins weakly. There seems to be something, then seems to remember something. You have no idea what you've done for me, but he looks up at you and away again. I need to find my love, Kainra. Only after whatever Nyrid put her through, I'm afraid she won't give me a chance to explain, but she might listen to you, please. She must be somewhere in Copperland. It's the only home she's known. And please, don't tell her about the Svev. About what I do. I can make it work. I can make it worth your while. A discount. Huh. Perhaps you should trust her to make her own decisions rather than lying to her. I know. And I can't force you to keep this secret. I just don't want to lose her after what happened here. I'm sure she'll have nothing to do with Svev or me if she finds out. And you don't want to stop? She sent me here in the first place. She did. He smiles brightly. That woman helped save my life without realizing it. Please bring her home and tell her everything is back to normal. I'll talk to her. I can't thank you enough, truly, how I've missed my poor Kainora. I'm telling her what happened, my guy. Someone has gathered sheets and towels and makeshift bed. Blood and unwashed sweat. Thank you for all your help. If you find Kainora, I promise I'll make it worth it. I hope she leaves you, honestly. I really do.
Margaret's fire casts light in dark places.
Now I'm actually kind of happy we looted your place.
Slow and silent.
Did I attack everybody already? Huh.
Let's see what lies this way.
Already done this. Oh, everyone's gone. We were going up. This year. Normer. Who are you? Laura.
Good day, stranger.
The woman stands by a cart, watching the crowd with large bright eyes that focus on you as you approach. Take your time, traveler. If you're looking for enchanted scrolls or garb, you're come to the right place. Are you setting a dagger made of march steel? She stands on the tip of her toes and points to a stall between the stairs. You must be looking for Igran. See that tall Imoa over there? He sells weaponry. Anything else? Show me your wares. Dry cap is expensive. All of not all, but a good bit of it. Okay. Wow. Our nope. They so it, let's go to the people who
Gods keep you.
The merchant smiles brightly. Well met. Are you interested in purchasing any rations? Daggers? Apologies, but I sell no weapons here. Only fruits, vegetables, and meat. Show me your wares. Let's get some fish. You have a decent price to everything. Meat. 120. Eggs. Poultry. Sugar. Grain. Fruit. Oil. Vegetable. Oh, I'm past it. Let's do 3. All right, what brought me up so high? 3, 5. I'm fine with this. Save. There you go.
Hail and well met.
Igrin stands behind a stall, polishing a broadsword. The patterned flesh around his eyes is crinkled with age, and the muscles in his arms are knotty and lean, but he holds the weapon with ease. He nods at you. Come to take a look. You won't find a finer collection of armor and weaponry of Defiance Bay. Outside, Sonnotes, of course. He flashes a crooked grin. What's so special about Sonnotes? She operates in the expedition hall. He jerks a thumb over his shoulder. Sells the best equipment in the city, but Weenan keeps her on a short leash. Keeps her fine inventory reserved for chartered expeditioners, members of the dozens, and anyone else he takes a liking to. First, let's see what you have for sale. Okay. Let's fine robe. Oh, you're expensive. Fleet. Ike's Pride. Medium. Ooh. You know what? Let's start getting rid of this mundane stuff. Not that. Not yet. anything that's more than one. No. Okay. The lady's hand, that's way outside our profit. Let's go down. Let's see what you do have. Oh, I have a rope, but I'm taking them every time I come across it. Oh. Uh, okay. Actually, what is this? Oh, we don't have the war bow, two-handed, but I would love a pistol, honestly, but at least for Durant, I would love a pistol. I have a fine crossbow? Let's exit that. Let's save. Pause. Put that over. Oh, that's a torch. Blast. Honestly, what's the 28 to 41? 23 to 33. Okay. Uh, this is the fine East stock. Or swap it. Crush instead of pierce. Oh, net reduction though. Um, we'll see if I like that. I'm not sure. Let's save again.
Welcome.
I'm looking for a particular dagger made of March steel. Just like the Crucible Knights use? Let me guess, you've been talking to that kid, right? He laughs and shakes his head. I'd be tempted to sell it to you anyways and let the little rascal learn his lesson, but a pack of adventurers already took it off my hands. Ooh, intellect. If March steel daggers is only given the Crucible Knights, how did you get your hands on it? He pauses mid-polish, his cloth slowing over the blade. A lot of steel passes through my hands, friend. I don't make it my business to ask where it all comes from. Hmm. I'm not trying to get you into trouble, but you should be careful about what you trade and whom you trade with. Oh, that's kind of pushy. Fair enough. I don't mean to pry. Um, Tell me more about the dagger. He oils the cloth in his hands, made out of a high purity iron ore that comes out of the White Marsh Mountains. Traditionally, the smiths at the Crucible Keep have smelted it into daggers and swords, which they only give to the Knights of the Crucible. Of course, I'll be surprised if the kid didn't already tell you all of this. He grins. Those adventurers you sold the dagger to, where are they now? Folks like that one only visit Copperland to crew up at a Death's Den expedition hall or down a pint at the Goose and Fox. And since they weren't heading to the den, well, you got my best guess. Okay. That's that group. March Still. I really don't want to buy it off them. Uh, Archives, Durant's. Yeah, Pap. I have to go back to the Goose anyway. I want to see who's all here before I do too much up. Okay. Let's do some cooking. Jerky, endurance, intellect, perception. That is actually great. High endurance, might, perception. Max endurance and dex. Endurance and con. Farmer spread. Move and might. Beef loaf. Endurance and might. This is better. Cookies. Real ties cookies. Health, perception, con. And the jerky. Endurance. Huh. Close that. Power. This is going to you. This is going to you. Sure. Actually. And the power. Iron skin. Save that. Let's go back to the freaking goose and fox. Fox and goose. Goose and fox. You're here, right? Yeah. I'm telling you what's going on. What happened with Hunt? With Pernice? Did you give him the ring? He was imprisoned by a powerful wizard. However, the real Pernice. One sec. Okay. The real Pernice also deals swift. He blinks at you, stunned. I had no idea. Pernice. She brings her fist down on the table, splashing the drink. Damn it! How could I trust him after something like this? That he's lied to me for this long? She runs her hand through her hair and takes a deep breath. I should just be glad I found out about this before the wedding. Right now, he needs help and forgiveness. You think I could help him turn around? I hadn't thought of it that way, she sighs. You really do see the best in everyone. I appreciate what you've done for us, and I'm certain Pernice feels the same way. Oh, you've always welcome to come see us if you need anything. Oh, and take this. She unclasped something from her neck. Picked it up from one of the merchants to help me stand firm in my decision. I'll be fine without it now. Unwavering resolve. Okay. Convinced her to give him a second chance? Really? That simple? Uh... Young Tolino, well, first +2 intellect, +1 resolve. Young Tolino Kale and his father were ambushed by Bithrak whilst on their way to Twin Elms. Before the child even registered the strange arcanist, his father thrust something into his hands and told him to run. As he turned to flee, the creatures blasted him with psionic energy. Tolino's mind reared, nearly overcome by the insidious power. Suddenly, he was pulled back to his immediate surroundings, half sprinting, half stumbling away from the Bithrak and his stricken father. Tolino made it to the edge of town before he collapsed. The town guards were baffled at how the child had withstood the attack. The item his father had given him was an old silver medallion. It was badly worn and missing its chain, and the words, "Do not yield to fear," were barely visible upon its surface. As soon as he came of age, Tolino joined the personal guard of a local thane. When he did, he strung it on the thin silver chain and commissioned a priest to enchant the medallion with additional protective wards. Tolino went missing. Oh wow. Tolino went missing years later whilst on an expedition in the White March. Okay. It was either going to go to me or Alof. But we need the resolve for the concentration. Okay. Save that. And upstairs we go. Can we buy these off of you? Let's talk to, I guess, you again.
Hello.
Did you buy a March Steel dagger from Igran? He displays the blade on the flat palm. I did, and a fine piece it is. I don't know of any more circulating in the city outside the steel in the Crucible Keep, of course. How much for me to take it off your hands? He turns the blade in the light, admiring it. Seeing as how there is a sudden demand for this, 100 pence seems fair. Intellect says demand isn't as high. Chances are good the dagger was stolen or looted off from one of the knights. In that case, I'm probably doing you a favor. Or resolve. You mean Ingrid sold you the March Steel for less? I wonder why he wanted to get rid of it so badly. Either that blade was stolen from the knights or it's fake. You know what? I'm gonna do the intellect one. He frowns. Can't be too careful around the authorities these days, especially as an Orland. Fine, I'll sell it, but not for less than 50. I'm getting my money back at the very least. Deal. He hands you the dagger, hilt first. Pleasure doing business with you. You too. Is there something? Nope. Return back to the boy. Anything new with you? Best to me shit. Okay. We're slowly getting there. He was actually he was I don't remember where he was. I think he's this way. Save. You can lie. Here's the dagger. He stops bouncing and stares at it, gaping in awe. It's so sharp. Toss it to him. Oh, wow. A deal's a deer. Here you go. He snatches it in air, heedless of anything else. He snatches it out of the air. He yanks it out of his sheath and holds the blade up to the light. I'm gonna be just like the Crucible Knights. He saws and chops in the air. He's gonna kill himself. We lost it. That's not even a lot of. Well, that's a decent amount of points. He flips the weapon into the air and grabs at the hilt, almost slicing his palm open in the process. His eyes darts away from yours as he sheathes the dagger. So about that secret. He puts his hand up to his mouth and whispers loudly, "Why are you?" I saw one of the actors hide something under a loose stone near the theater. Probably nothing as good as a March Steel dagger, though. Thank you. Bye. He is going to kill himself. Where's the theater? Marketplace, Expedition Hall, Dormitory. No idea who you are. Brackenberry is an area. Let's try these catacombs then. Actually, do I want to try the catacombs or do I want to? We came here for two things. We came here for the Queen, the temple, which we know is in the first fires. And we also came for a deer. Um, the archives. Let's go to the archives. It feels wrong not going. Wait, is this the mysteries? Uh, Records, archives, and I honestly don't know. Let's try it and see if that's actually what it is. Remember, that's especially cranky the day, and that's saying something. Dave, is this it?
All these pages serve no better use than fuel for the fire.
Wow.